Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we've come to know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew, which most people know as a leaf blower or a leFhy, or if you happen to be Jingles, because they can't pronounce the damn thing. Anyway, this vehicle is located on the south sport of Ruinberg and it's under the command of ProvoBob. Yep, he's in action again. He's got the kangaroo on his gun shield because, after all, he is an Aussie. And, well, he's moving to a firing position. Now, this Arty is based on the Char B1 with a 105mm light field howitzer mounted on top. And you can see from some of the marks he's actually managed to get, he's had high calibers more than a few times with this vehicle, as well as other medals as well. He's now aiming towards the centre line, looking for a likely target. His reload time will be around about the 11 seconds. We saw a tree go down, so there's more than likely somebody in the vicinity over there. And when he fires at the ARMX, he'll see enemy targets, and he's got one, a T6 medium. He's leading the target at the moment. Rounds out, looks good. Oh, just in front of the vehicle, didn't do any damage, but the T6 is taking damage from a looks. Rounds out. That's better. 166 hit points. Now, there are bots in this game. In fact, there's quite a lot of bots. So that's why I've got the screens up so you can actually see the names and you can decide which one's a bot and which one is not. That T6 medium we just saw, that is a real player. Yeah, that's a live player, that one. And now he's back in the garage, scratching his head, wondering what the hell went wrong. Now that leopard over there, that is a live player as well. That's why he's being very cautious. Rounds out. No. T1 Heavy's behind the building and you're not going to get a shot at that guy. There is a Panzer 38 Art nearby at the centre line. But over in the town, there's a few enemy targets he can shoot at, including a B1. And that's a bot. And just over there is a Valiant. That's why the B1's facing the wrong direction. He's actually pointing at his teammate, not at us. No, I think he was trying to get the Valiant, but he didn't have any luck. That Valiant there, well, that is a real live player. And he's got a hit for 71. It looks like the guy, yeah, he's reluctant to move away from that spot. And the shell overshot him on the next occasion. One of the good things about the 105 leFH18B2 is that the gun dials in as fast as it reloads, so you actually can get accurate shots time and time again. But I don't think you can hit that Valiant because he's actually behind the building walls, and therefore there's no way of hitting him. You couldn't even splash him if you wanted to. Now the T1 Heavy's come down from the spawn area, and that's a live player as well, and he's got a shot at that guy once he gets to the corner, but not before. In fact, he's very reluctant to move further down because I think he knows there's a T6 medium just around the corner. Oh, over in the corner we've seen one of the enemy Arties come into sight, and that's an M41 HMC. That's a real live player, but he's going for the T1 Heavy, misses him on his first shot, and he's actually having red lines, which means that there's obstruction in the way, and if he now fires the round, yeah, it's going to miss. He's not having much luck so far with this Arty, and it's because on the sense that ProvoBob tends to be a bit, how should I say, he tends to fire too early before he's fully dialed in, and that's why he gets inaccurate shots. But also the bots can act unpredictably at times, which can cause problems. You'd think if they were bots they would be very easy to kill, but a lot of the time they're not easy to kill. And in fact, actually, he's had to move away from his current position because if he doesn't, he's going to be the next one to meet the enemy, the T1 Heavy, the Valiants and everyone else, because everyone in the town has been killed. The only good thing is that he's got a Matilda behind him now, who is also going to hold up the enemy and stop them from starting to cap. And if he goes up into this corner, he can rain shells down on top of them. In the meantime, our AMX ELC has reached the enemy cap, and they're starting to cap with a Lux, or with a Lux helping him. Oh no, he's been killed by a Valiant. Now he's actually sitting here up on the rise. I would actually go over the edge. Yes, he's doing that because there is a sort of like rise in the ground there, and if you shoot from over here, not only have you got the protection of these bushes, but if the enemy tanks do come into the cap area and they look in this direction, they're not going to see you because you're going to be over the rise. Unfortunately, again, he's firing prematurely before he's fully dialed in, and he didn't get accurate shots. Yeah, he's still doing it. And now the enemy is starting to cap, and he's still focusing on this Valiant. That's better. He's now aiming at the more important targets, but he's not letting it fully dial in before he shoots. Let it circle. Oh, he didn't do it again, but he did get a hit. You've got to let it settle on the target, fully dial in before you shoot. That's better. And he got a direct hit there as well. Unfortunately, the target's moved into the bushes, but yes, he's still there. And he's been joined by another Valiant. Lining the shot up, fires one in. A near miss, and he's still got 139 hit points of damage from that. And he got a direct hit on the other one as well. He's been joined by a few other teammates who are now starting to fire on these guys in the cap area. That BT7 there, that's a bot. Oh, and he just went over that bump, and well, it looks like he's trying to engage the Matilda, but he could end up dying if he does that. And oh, direct hit there on the Valiant, even though he wasn't fully dialed in on the target. Now, let it settle on the target before you shoot, otherwise you're going to waste ammo. You need to get fully dialed in shots, and that wasn't fully dialed in. You shot prematurely and it missed. Let it settle. That's better. And you got a kill. Okay, the other one moved into that bush. There he is. Rounds out. Misses. Let it settle. Don't fire until you can see it nicely contracted. And that's better. He's still there though. And he's probably tracked. So fire another one in. Nope. We need our Valiant to spot for us. Unfortunately, the Valiant on our team is not doing his job, but well, he gets the kill on that one. The enemy's got 5 left. We've got 5 left. We're going for the B1. Remember, the B1 was the bot, and he's now out of the game. T1 Heavy coming this way. This is one of the real players. Wasn't fully dialed in there, but he still managed to get a hit, which was lucky. And there goes the T1. So there's only 3 enemies left. There's a BT7 using the wreck of the B1 for cover. And that, I think, is the real B7. The real player. And he's dead. That's the bot, I think. He's going in the wrong direction. The Valiant over here, that's a real player as well. So aim ahead of his path and then dial in the aim before you shoot. He managed to get a hit, which is good. And I think the dollars per minute has kicked in, as Klaus often says. And now Wargaming wants this game to end, so they're making it easy for these shots to hit. That's better. Oh, and the shell still misses. Let it dial in fully though before you shoot. That's it, fully in, rounds out. This should hit. It does. And that's it. The last enemy has been killed, and it's a victory. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. Well, it's a first class tanker for ProvoBob in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting a Top Gun. A bruised medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And because he got enough resets during the game, he also picked up a defender medal by getting at least 70 defense points in total. His win rate from the battle was 9,041, which is Super Unicum standard, but, well, I'm afraid some of his shooting was not as great as you'd expect from an experienced VP driver. 2,262 hit points of damage overall, which is quite a high score, but as we saw, a lot of his shots were fired prematurely, and of course then they missed. 1,701 hit points was done by the Lux, and he also managed to pick up a Confederate, and 1,503 hit points of damage was done by the T1 Heavy on the enemy team, and their Valiant did 1,329 as well. When it came to kills, it was ProvoBob who got the highest amount, 5 kills, 4 kills for the T1 Heavy, 3 kills for the Panther, 4 Aslains H, and also the Valiant on our own team. And when it came to base XP, it's actually the Lux who did the best with this one. 988 base to him, 945 to ProvoBob, 893 to the Valiant. He fired 39 rounds in the game, got 15 direct hits and 2 penetrations and 22 splash. Damage of 2,262 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 100 defense points. So he reset the cap enough times to get it a full 100%. You can't get more than 100 defense points. That's the maximum that Wargaming will give you. 47,634 credits from the game, got 20,000 for completing a mission, total 67,634, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he took away 42,642 credits. He got 25 bonds for completing a mission, 1,417 XP for the game, times 2 for the first victory, 567 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 3,402 experience points altogether. As I said during the battle, I think he needs to practice and keep his, let his aim settle on the target before he shoots. Let it completely dial in before you shoot, otherwise you'll waste rounds, and when you waste rounds, you waste time as well, because that gives the enemy the chance to do more damage to your teammates in the process, and that's how you can end up losing a battle, simply because you weren't patient enough to take out the enemy by dialing in on them perfectly and then getting a shot that accurately hit them and did damage. I think he also wasted a bit of time trying to hit that Valiant in that house, so unless you can actually clearly see the outline of the vehicle and you can actually put the reticule over the target and you can see that it does touch the target, don't bother to try and hit a tank that's actually hiding inside a building but covered by the rubble of the building, because there's no way you're going to hit it. He tried to hit that Valiant twice and I think he missed on both occasions. It just didn't do any good. So yeah, be careful. Don't fire at targets where you can't hit them. If you can see the clear outline of the vehicle through the window, or actually can lob the shell over the top of the rubble into the tank, so you've got a clear shot, then by all means go ahead. But I've seen people do that with a T92 HMC and take out an enemy tank that was hiding inside a building by hitting it through the window. But if you can't do that, if you haven't got a clear outline, don't try it, because it's just a waste of time and a waste of ammo. But above all, I said, let the aim settle on the target before you shoot, because if you fire prematurely, the shell will go elsewhere, and Wargaming are making some of these shells go to the edge of the reticule area. And of course, if you miss a target and it then shoots and kills you, then you're going to feel a right numpty for letting that guy get the better of you. So let the target settle, let the aim settle before you shoot. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.